discuss UFC 313 going down Dateline, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. In the main event, we know the story. Alex Pereira taking on Magomed Ankalaev. This one wound up being a controversial one. In the end, it was and new on Saturday night. Magomed Ankalaev, unanimous decision win. Michael Bell, Derek clearly scoring at 48-47. Sal D'Amato, Sal coming in hot with a 49-46. This is one of the most 50-50 results in a long time. And I will say the fan response, a lot of people crying robbery. And if you're coming here expecting us to cry robbery, you've picked the wrong podcast, my friend. We are not. I understand. I love Alex Pereira as much as the next man. I love Poatan. The story's been incredible. Hopefully the rematch, he comes and throws more punches. Because that, in my opinion, I'm seeing a lot of people very angry at Magomed Ankalaev, and I get it. But I feel like a lot has not been said enough about Alex Pereira's lack of performance on Saturday Night. Angel, give me your thoughts. I know that we talked a little bit in the green room, or I texted you as far as like what you thought on it. What'd you make as far as you've had a few days to kind of sit on the fight? What do you think?
I mean, man, one of my regrets right now is not rewatching the fight. I need to do that at some point just for my own personal sake. But man, I mean, and I don't know if you feel the same way or not, but the fight did not play out at all how I thought it would. You know, I thought it was to be very different. I thought there was to be instances of Alex on his back. I thought there was going to be, thought we were going to see a more hurt Magomed Ankalaev, a more compromised Magomed Ankalaev. I thought there was gonna be a lot more scrambles. I thought it was gonna be a lot more chain wrestling, which it didn't end up being that. It ended up being a lot of forward pressure from Magomed, some clinch work, and then a few takedown attempts on the outside. Yeah. Poatan with his own throw in there too, by the way, and showing, by the way, way better takedown defense. Like, I don't know if you want to say elite yet, but
yeah,
a very high level of takedown defense. I mean. No, I mean, it was not at all what I expected. I mean, as far as the fight results itself, I mean, I wasn't in disagreement. I thought I thought Magomed won. I didn't realize there was such a split, though, until not even it took me 2 days actually to even really figure it out. I wasn't on Twitter too much. I wasn't on YouTube watching any videos. But once by Monday and Tuesday now, as I got on YouTube, started listening to the podcast, going on the internet more, going on Twitter, Reddit, that's when I saw the split, where the split came. Mm-hmm. And I was actually a little surprised. I mean, it was close by. It seems to be that the swing round was round 3. There's people that think Magomed won as what was it? Was it Derek Clearly or Mike Bell at the very, or Sal D'Amato who had to
it was Sal D'Amato
who had the 4 rounds. I mean, some people think that, some people don't. Some people think Poatan 3-2. Some people think 3-2 Magomed. Some people are thinking 4-1 Magomed. I mean, there's a variety of scores here. Clearly, it was not an easy fight to come up with a result. So. And look, we're going to get another result. To say this is a robbery, I think is just a lie. There was a robbery on this card, and Marian Santos, and I can't think of the kid's name. I need to look it up right now. But, oh man, let me look at his name real quick. Francis Marshall. That if we want to talk robbery.
Oh, yeah, if we
want to talk about robberies, and man, I am a Marian Santos enjoyer. That one was probably as real, a legitimate robbery as you can. A guy who was definitely robbed of a win on his record.
Yeah, you look up the MMA decisions, a split down right the middle, kind of for the main event. I believe it's 11 for Ankalaev and 10 for Pereira and 1 draw. You look up that Francis Marshall fight. It is every single media member, including mostly 30-27s. I thought he won that fight 30-27 as well. So just horrific result.
But the fan scoring. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure it's just as decisive.
Percentage. 86% thought Francis.
So that 90 to 10 pretty much.
Yeah, basically, pretty much. Ridiculous. But as far as the main event, I had no issue with the scoring. And look, the fight did not, just kind of add on to what you're saying, absolutely did not play out the way I thought it was going to. I thought, honestly, thinking about it, I nearly texted you. It was like, yeah, man, I'm switching my pick to Pereira because I rewatched Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz. And those leg kicks, and you got to give credit to Alex Pereira. He had the right strategy, came out, threw a lot of leg kicks. The issue, he did not throw much more than leg kicks. I thought the fact that he barely utilized his jab was horrific. He only threw 1 to 2 memorable jabs the entire fight, and both of them landed clean.
Did he even ever get to really unleash that signature left hook? I don't even know if it ever really came.
No, it never did. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Magomed Ankalaev, he's probably thinking okay, I'm going to pressure this guy up to the fence. I'm probably going to, do a lot of feints. Maybe Pereira was thinking like, man, if I can't open up too much, maybe we'll get taken down, yada, yada, yada. I understand why the fight played out a certain way, but he was very inactive on the feet, especially with the boxing, which disappointed me, man, because I remember in round 5, like, Pereira, the only jab I remember him throwing, and I said 1 to 2. There's only one I can remember. It's in round 5, probably like a minute or 2 left. He throws just a quick jab, and he stabs his head all the way back. And it's like, dude, you should have done that in the last 22 minutes of this fight. He just wasn't very active with the boxing. He landed great leg kicks, and I understand that some people are like, well, you can't wall and stall and win a UFC title, and I get that mindset. But whenever both guys are even in the striking, and you have one guy with like 10 minutes of control time against the fence, that guy's going to win. I'm sorry. That's just the way MMA's play. And I understand that's like, oh, you take damage above all else. Damage was pretty even. In fact, it was Magomed Ankalaev who in round 2 landed the biggest shot of the fight by rocking him in the final second. So, and maybe you can add on to this because
I think a lot of people are forgetting that obviously damage is value, but you also got to think about, you also got to take into account that there is other scoring criteria when one thing is even or close, you go to the secondary scoring criteria. And then you give value to that, and then you see who leads in that, and so on and so forth. If you need to go down as is, I think people are still hell bent on damage, which is very true. Damage should will by far be the number one category when it comes to scoring, and should be like the thing you're seeking out. But the thing is, when there isn't much damage, and granted, when a guy's minimizing the damage and reducing it, then you got to go to the follow up, which is what is a control or whatever after that.
Yeah, I mean, they damage is correct. People are correct, but I feel like there is. So happy you said that, by the way. There is like a major misconception. Guys, damage counts. I feel like I'm Luke Thomas right now, fucking being like, damage does count. But the intricacies of the scoring are still prevalent whenever, like, just... And
then once again, dude, like Magomed actually outstruck Poatan.
Yeah, that's what makes me feel like I'm having a stroke. You look at the strike counts; he outlanded.
And granted, that's once again Luke Thomas here. That's quantitative, not qualitative. So,
dude, the average Luke, and I love Luke, so I'm not taking a shot at him when I say this. You ask Luke Thomas a question like, "Okay, what do you like? Do you like pizza or burgers?" And he's like, "Well." See, the thing is that, well, I like burgers. Because I'm saying I like burgers more than pizza does not inherently mean that pizza is therefore lesser than a burger, which I might have at a nice day out. But perhaps maybe I'm having not as nice of a day. Perhaps I would want a pizza. It depends given on the day. Perhaps my answer, but
we got to reel it a little back.
Reel it back in. The fact that people are saying that like Alex Pereira, they're acting like he went out there and just beat the shit out of Magomed Ankalaev. Was just like holding on for dear life. They're acting like it was Mario Bautista, Jose Aldo. You know what I mean?
Also, it's not like this guy isn't gonna get a shot at this again. It's not like Poatan didn't show good things.
Yeah, we're gonna get a rematch. Rematch already. Like Ankalaev said yesterday. Hey, we've already spoken to UFC. Rematch already in the works.
We gotta give credit. This guy won during fucking Ramadan.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I understand that, like, I get why people are shitting on our boy Magomed Ankalaev, because let's be honest here, Big Ank, it was not the best fight. A lot of people hated him for heading into this fight and so on and so forth. And the way he won and the fashion he won, it was not the decisive thing you want to see from a guy becoming champion. You just want to find out, like, finality. You wanted some sort of like big bombastic ending.
The decisiveness.
But you don't always get that, man. Henry Cejudo ended Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. The greatest title reign in UFC history ended in a split decision.
And like that, and then never got a rematch.
Never. God, fucking damn it. But anyways, yeah, I mean, never got a rematch. But I'm totally not mad. It's been 6 years. It'd be crazy for me to be angry about it. But yeah, man. So negotiations are already underway for a rematch with Alex Pereira. So we're gonna see it next, and yeah, man, should be fun.
But no bullshit, don't they want it kind of quick?
Well, Pereira is pretty active. We don't really know when they're gonna do it.
Like almost pushing like a late summer, like almost right before fall. Like
yeah.
With some of the I heard some interview or something like that. Could be totally incorrect.
Ankalaev said this is according to an interview with the Russian state television. The negotiations are ongoing. At the moment, I don't know who will be next to me, but we agreed instantly. If they want a rematch, we are ready. That's what he said. So no real timetable, but let's be honest, Alex Poatan Pereira.
I think it also depends if Alex is healthy, because who knows? Maybe he had some long-term injuries. Maybe he's been dealing with so much activity.
Exactly.
All this stuff. And on top of that, Blachowicz Olberg is about to happen. Potentially one of those guys could be slated to do that. And no matter what, whoever wins there, that's going to be the next opponent for whoever's champ post that fight.
Exactly.
I mean,